Hey everyone, if you're new here, my name is Aya and I'm a filmmaker and a director in case anyone actually gives a shit about titles. And this is a bit of a different video for, I guess, this channel in general and probably the mainstream YouTube videos that you've been watching. I kind of wanted to bring back the YouTube era of, I don't know, probably 5 years ago when it was enough to sit in front of a camera and just share a couple of thoughts without, using flashy transitions and B-roll and all of those things that hopefully will capture the audience's attention and they're going to watch the video until the end. So today I'm going to do exactly that. I'm actually going to hold the microphone. Can you imagine nowadays what a crime that is? And we're going to talk about doing the inner work as a creative. Just me and you, no one else. I want to share with you 5 lessons that I recently wrote in my journal about exactly this, inner work that I mentioned in the beginning. And hopefully by the end of the video, you actually sit and probably journal or, meditate on those couple of things that I'm going to share with you that I'm sure you know, but probably aren't paying enough attention. And I think this is actually going to help you create better work. Okay, so lesson number 1 is valuing what you have. And that's definitely easier said than done. As we know, new gear is basically coming out every day, and I'm, standing here recording on a Sony a7 III with a lens that is f4, and believe me, I'll do anything to have, to get my hands on an FX3 and, a lens that is f1.2 or 1.4 to make, those YouTube video better, because maybe then I'm going to get more subscribers and, everything is going to look better. Debatable whether, gear matters. I think it does, but probably, for client projects. Here for YouTube, I kind of feel that perhaps this video is something like a video diary for me that I'm going to watch in a couple of years' time and hopefully, see the progress in my thinking, and hopefully this is a reminder for you as well. I recently read a story about a man who wanted to own more land. That's like back in the days, in the past. But I think it's very relatable for us filmmakers as well. So this man went to a new village and he talked to, let's say, the king, I don't know. And they cut him a deal. And they told the man that from sunrise till sunset, if he, the more he walks and then returns back to the starting line, the amount of land that he has, managed to walk around is going to be his. So this man started walking, then started running, and he was like, I'm going to get as more as I can. And as the sun was setting, he was like, maybe, I have to start returning to the starting point. He ran and ran and ran and got so tired that by the point that he got to the finish line, he actually died. And the only land that he got was 6 feet of ground to be buried under. So the point of this lesson is that yes, gear is so fun, but do you need to have all of it in order to create your best work? Or is it important to, just start and do something? It doesn't matter if you even share it online, which is my next point. And I call it the content creation treadmill. Because, especially when you open Instagram, everything you see is just reels. And it makes you compare yourself to every other person out there, no matter what kind of life they're living. It seems as those highlights that you're watching, it's the best. They have the gear, they have the lights, they have the editors, I don't know, they have everything, they have the studio. Why don't I have that? And it's like that encourages us to create more and more short form content that doesn't matter. But I was thinking the other day, again on the note of death, and I definitely don't want to be negative here, but if I die tomorrow, will anyone care if I posted a reel yesterday? They probably wouldn't. Everyone would move on with their own lives. So what I'm trying to say is that I don't want you to feel pressured because everyone else is doing this. Although I'm the same, I totally relate with how you feel, even though I'm just, some girl here on the screen of your phone talking about life when she doesn't even have her own under control. So what I did during the weekend, I just turned off my phone And I was, no, I'm not going to open Instagram today because this, negativity and instant comparison is going to start. And I told myself, it's okay. It's okay. Let's just breathe. Breathe with me. And let's take it slowly. If, I had the urge to create this video that is, super candid and genuine. I've been in therapy for a couple of months now, by the way, because the year has been pretty shitty for me, and I've been struggling with depression and anxiety. And I wanted to create this video that is not flashy. I'm not showing you gear. I'm just, a human. And yeah, I think Instagram and other platforms like that tend to be very, very hard for us people. So, if you're running on some content schedule, stop for a minute and just think about what kind of video or anything you actually want to create and set the time aside to do that. And now we are on to number 4, which is a concept called the artist date. I read this in a book recently, and I realized that it is something that I've been doing myself even without, having read about it. And this is taking yourself on a date, alone, without any other people. For example, you set aside one day of the week, and you go and hit the movies by yourself, or you go to a gallery, or the most scary of them all, you go and have lunch or dinner by yourself in a restaurant without watching your phone or checking, anything, just so that you don't look awkward. You leave your phone and it's just you. Everyone, besides you is talking, they're having the conversations of their life, and you're just standing there in the middle, enjoying your meal and observing, or, thinking. And yeah, probably a couple of people are going to look at you, judge you, but you have to be above that. It's really about getting out of your comfort zone, and it's also about doing something that sparks your creative inspiration and enthusiasm. Like if you watch a movie, or you go to the library, or you go for a walk, those thoughts and ideas, they have the time to actually grow in your head, just sprout the little seeds of your ideas. And yeah, maybe that, grounds you and helps you to actually create your best work. Which brings me to lesson number 5, which is the hardest thing for me to do, and it's called patience when it comes to your best and most meaningful creative work. In one of the books that I read recently, it said that most of the best artists or creators on this planet, it doesn't matter who we take for an example, like Leonardo da Vinci or, just people from this magnitude, it didn't took them one day to create their most meaningful work. Most of them worked on it their whole lives, and some even had to, have other people finish it after they passed away. So what I'm trying to say is, again on the Rios topic, just don't try and be this content creation machine. Instead, if you're having a period in your life where it's the low tide, learn how to use that. For example, I had this issue where I would, want to create the most perfect work out there, and then tell myself, okay, now I'm going to reward myself with a book, or I'm going to go and buy a bicycle, and just get into cycling, or I really want to get into music production, not make music, but just learn about it. And I've been stopping myself from doing all of those things just because I haven't reached this goal yet that I have set in order to, reward myself after. And today I just thought to myself, why am I doing that? Yeah, I'm worried about a lot of things, but can't I use this, lower point in my life where I'm not required to do everything tomorrow, have, 10 videos finished or whatever, and just enjoy not having that many responsibilities, although that's also debatable. But you know what I mean? Just actually reward myself today, because I deserve it. I deserve to read that book that I had, that I've bought on a trip a couple of months ago. I deserve to set some time aside and, watch a couple of videos on music and learn more about it. So I want to encourage you to do that. And I want you to know that your most meaningful work often comes from a period where you had to, practice your patience, and you didn't have to, I don't know, create like a Instagram reel every day, like the best reel out there that's gonna go viral or whatever. No, you were actually sitting in your cave, and you were, you were writing about that idea. You probably, opened like a Milnote board, and it's what I do. So create like this vision board, this mood board of the project. I started writing. It doesn't matter if it sucks. The first draft always sucks. So yeah, just, kind of closing yourself off of everything else that's happening and focusing on the work that your heart truly desires for you to put out there and to create. Not what people are going to like, not what your audience is going to watch the most or interact with the most, but what your heart wants. Those are the 5 lessons, and we can, talk about this more and more. If you've, watched the video so far, thank you. Leave a comment. It's going to really encourage me, by the way. I really feel like I want to do more of those videos from time to time, sort of like a self-check-in. And yeah, I just feel like if you want to be a filmmaker, a content creator, a photographer, or any kind of artist, you have to learn that this job, it's not going to provide the stability, as fast as you desire or probably ever. But you have to learn how to live with those ups and downs of this career, and you have to learn to deal with that internally, because this is going to lead to you actually creating your best work that way, because you feel comfortable in with the life that you're given. And isn't that what counts? Don't we have to appreciate that in the end? So make it count, and I'll see you around. Thank you for sticking.